So it's been some time since I thought it was time to revamp my AI agency website. At the moment, this is what the site looks like. So I like that there's the personalization here at the top. There's the what clients say about me, which I think is super powerful. There's the what can you hire me for, how it works, FAQ, why choose me, and the contact or connect. I like that there's the blog right here, latest AI and automation. However, there's also a bunch of things that I don't like. I don't really like the formatting. The image is out of shape, kind of here, like a bad aspect ratio. And anyway, there's a bunch of things that I wanted to change. So what I want to do in this video and potentially in future ones is take you behind the scenes into the whole process of me recreating this site. So what I did to get started with is I took a screenshot of the site using a plugin called, let's see, Go Full Page. I fed that screenshot in addition with the whole text of the site into Claude. And all I did is I said, if I had to revamp my AI agency website, this is what I have so far. And I've also attached a screenshot. Give me a website prompt that would help me rebuild this and make it so much better. So I pasted that whole thing there, and this gave me the whole spiel over there. And then I said, if I had to feed this into an AI website creator, what would the prompt be? So it gave me this bunch of information right here. So now what I did is I went to Lovable, and this is creating that first draft of this new site. So I'm going to create a modern, high-converting website. Your AI automation agency. Drawing inspiration from successful tech agency websites, I'll implement a sleek design. Deep blues, vibrant purples that conveys professionalism and innovation. So I'm just going to let this finish cooking, as they say, and let's see what we get over here. My plan is that this will be the site that will replace the current one, so that when people come to my site, it will be easy for them to understand what I do. So even some of the stuff that I have here, which is in terms of services, so sales services, AI-powered lead acquisition that books meetings automatically. I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. I think there's a lot more room for improvement. There's, like, what does this give the client, right? If someone books or buys the sales system that I build, whether it's custom or a product sort of system, what do they get? Do they get more clients that are eager to speak with them? If it's a marketing system done for you, inbound marketing that nurtures lead without manual work. Okay, it's not bad, but I think there's a lot of room for improvement there in terms of the language used from a copywriting, from a marketing point of view. So that's the whole point of this exercise. What I also want to do is take this opportunity to learn how to host this site through something like GitHub. So the plan is to have something along the lines of the following. So if I go to a whiteboard here, the plan would be something along the lines of we create site in Lovable. We'll put a harder. Then we upload to GitHub. So this will host our files. And then I was doing some research into something that is called, I believe it's called Netlify or something along those lines, where it's able to connect with GitHub in order to host files. And then the site would be on Netlify. I will still use the same domain name and the same like agency name, but any changes made to GitHub would get reflected on Netlify, which means that the whole kind of flywheel can feed itself. I can make changes in Lovable, which get reflected in GitHub, which get reflected in Netlify, and then users, people can see what is happening right here. So if we go back to Lovable, this is still going. So I'll just resume the video once this is done. Okay, so this is completed, but unfortunately there was some sort of error. So here I'm going to try and fix that. In the meantime, I'm going to check out this Netlify, because honestly I've never used this, but this was one of the ChatGPT recommendations for hosting GitHub information. And generally when like I don't like the idea of when ChatGPT recommended without any, I guess, other information. So let's authorize this. Let's see what we get here. Nice to meet you. Let's get acquainted. Okay. Name, last name. How are you planning? Whatever. Good. Team. Kevin. Let's continue. Okay. Not ready yet. Let's skip that step. Okay, cool. So I guess then we will be able to import an existing product from GitHub right here. All right, so is this build unsuccessful yet again? We're missing that. Let's install that. Yeah, for some reason, this is build unsuccessful once more. So let's try and fix that. The way I think about this now, yeah, I mean, it's tough to say without seeing what this has built. So let's do that in a second, once this finishes uploading or updating, I guess. Thinking about it, if I look at what I have now, I want to have some sort of hero section. Yeah, case studies, some logos. So there's a lot to customize as well. So AI automations that saves time and increases revenue. Okay, customize AI solutions. Okay, I mean, could be cool to have a quote right there. Services, results, process, why us, FAQ. Our services, results, what our clients say. And this would be cool to have just like a quote, and then when they click on it, they go to the specific page that is listed under case studies or testimonials, I guess. Our process, why choose us, okay. Okay, ready to automate, I like that there's that, cool. Get in touch, okay. What happens next? Great. Okay, not too bad. So, just out of curiosity, if I were to take a screenshot of that, can I take a screenshot of that first of all? No, I think this is just taking a screenshot of everything. So let's just preview this. Let's take a screenshot of this. And let's go to Claude. Let's look at the chats. And let's say, how can I make this better? Oh no, that's the wrong image. Save that. Okay, that's the one I want. So let's refresh here. Let's edit this. Can I remove that? Nope. So I took your advice and I have this. Now how can I make it this even better? Is a massive improvement. Modern layout, okay, hero section. Okay, so let's go over here and make some changes. So first of all, let me just publish that so it will get saved there. And cool, that's done. Now what I want to do is actually, I'm not sure if I need to upgrade my account in order to be able to edit this manually, because I know this was part of Lovable 2.0. So I'm just curious if that is part of it. And probably I will have to upgrade anyway, because this only gives me 5 credits per day. So, okay, let's see what we have here. Here are some suggestions. Add a brief animation or motion. Include a small scene in. Okay. Considering these, service section. Okay, I mean, I like all that pretty much. What I would also like to do is ensure that the language is super simple, grade level 7 or below, and focuses on the results of the results. So I don't just want to say, I will give you clients. I want to explain what the result of that actual result is. So more clients could mean more profit, less headaches. You get the ability to choose who to work with. You earn more money. So always think about it from the point of view of result of the result. So can you give me the updated changes or feedback on those updated changes, plus what I just said about result of result. I mean, it's not the creme de la creme sort of prompt, but let's see what we get. Yeah, I like that. Result and proof section. Clients cut their workday in half and still get more done. Your business makes money while you sleep, never feel stuck. Sell more to each customer. Okay. Testimonial section. Process. Okay. Step 1, simple plan. We build it. Ongoing help. Yeah. I like that. Copy. Let's go back here and paste all that in there. And okay, cool. Let's make those changes. My thoughts now fall on the design. Okay, so we have the pages, about, case studies, blog, and contact. I don't know if I want to keep the blog, honestly. Unless there's a quick way, easy way to just share my thoughts on there. Pulling from something like, I don't know, Airtable or Notion. That could actually work. I don't want to have a traditional blog in the traditional sense, because I'm not interested in SEO in this situation. However, there is validity in having expertise and sharing your thoughts, I guess. Process. Okay, services. So this is just taking the user to the different section right there. Okay, FAQ. And then we have that, or book directly on our calendar. Okay, view available times. I like that. Cool. So what I want to do is in NA10, I want to have a simple workflow, which let me call type workflow contact us automation. And essentially what I want to happen is that when someone submits the information over here, so name, email, company, project description, they'll be able to, or I'll get a notification right here. They will also get an email telling them that I'll be in touch ASAP. Here I want to remove the phone number. Potentially, yeah, I'll remove this as well, just so the contact us form will be the only way. Yeah, so those are some changes I want to make. To get started here, let's just go to production URL and I'll just turn that on. So here what I'm going to say is that when someone submits when someone submits the contact us form, the information from this form should be sent to the following webhook. So that's another thing right there, which I'll do as soon as this finishes updating. I'm curious how the grade level reading 6 or 7 that I mentioned will also turn out to be. Results process, yeah. Now for this box right here, what our clients say. I guess what would be cool would be to have what our clients say. We have the video and then a quote from that video. And then an image of the person. That would be pretty cool. Trusted by. So these could link to different companies, I guess. Yeah. How will make your life, I like this. How will make your life better in 4 simple steps. Free chat, simple plan. We build it. Ongoing help. Nice, I like that. Get a simple step-by-step plan that shows exactly how to fix business headaches. Feel the relief of having a proven roadmap instead of trying random tactics. I like that language there. Why people like working with me. Yeah, I like that. You'll know exactly how to make your business run better, even if you decide not to work with me. Yeah, it's true. And I really, really like that. Services, sales, marketing, project management, custom solutions. Okay. So these just get taken to the top. Okay, cool. Maybe what I want to do is under services, I want to have like a sub menu that takes users to the different pages. So so if someone wants a sales system, I'll have a page which discusses what a sales system could do for them, giving them like an overview of all that. So that could be pretty cool. So let's do some changes here. So when someone submits the contact us form, the information from this form should be sent to the following webhook. That's the first thing. So I'm just gonna say, this is great. Let's make the following additions / changes. Number 1. Number 2, what else do we want? So this I can change manually. It will get you more money while working less. Get more time and money. Does that contact us? Yeah. One thing I don't like is that there's we, like right here, and then there is I. I'm curious which is better in terms of conversion. If I run an AI automation business, does it make sense to say we or I? I'm more inclined towards we, but I'm just curious what research says. Let's turn search on here. I'm just curious about this. Choosing between I and we depends on the image you wish to project. Fair. Using I, emphasizing personal expertise. Okay, gives the impression of a larger, more established organization, which may instill confidence. Using we can also help create a distinct brand identity separate from your personal persona, which can be beneficial for long-term business growth and potential resale. Yeah, I get that. Combining both. Interesting. Yeah, let's leave it as is for now. So this we can update, okay. For services, yeah, even this learn more can go to specific pages, I guess. Maybe something down the line. Anyway, I don't want to get too bogged down here. This I can update, okay, what our client says, say. So this I can update manually as well. Trusted by. What I want here, yeah, for trusted by is the ability to add the brand logo of the company. So here, essentially what I want is that here I want to have space for a company logo. So let's just copy this. In the trusted by section, I want to have space to be able to add the logo of the company as indicated in the attached screenshot. So that's the second thing I want. I will make life better. Okay. And the number 3 would be the get in touch section. So instead of saying providing those, I just want to say like fill in the form to the left. So over here, I don't want this. And I want to say like refer to the left. In the get in touch section, I don't want to have a phone number and an email included. The user on the site should only be able to contact me through my contact form. So instead of listing the phone number and the email, just say fill in the form on the left and we'll be in touch with you within 1 business day. I think I like the book directly on our calendar, so that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Now for the footer, let's leave these as is for now. About us, case studies, blog and careers. Yeah, let's remove. In the footer, let's remove careers. And the fourth, that was not what I said. in the footer, let's remove careers. What else? Let's also remove the contact us section from the footer. Okay, and in privacy, terms of service, cookie. Yeah, these we need to have additional pages created for these. Yep. So let's get that done. Finally, in the footer, we have the privacy policy, the terms of service, and the cookie policy. These need to link to real pages on the site. So please create these websites along with the appropriate copy on them, and then link to them from the homepage. All right, sweet. Quite a lot of changes to make there, but should be good to go. So here what I'm going to do is, first of all, let's save this. And I'm just curious about how that domain, like if we have Netlify here, right? This will import from GitHub. Yeah, I guess the benefit of this is that you're not tied into Lovable, because these provide their own hosting. But if you're no longer paying Lovable, I guess then that makes like your site isn't available anymore. So yeah, I'm just curious about it as well. So let's try this. So I'm going to go here, actually GitHub. I'm going to connect GitHub, connect. I'm going to sign in to my GitHub account. Cool. Let's link that. And in GitHub, I'm just going to create a new repository. Let's call this type workflow. It's going to be a private create repository. Okay. And here, let's just transfer project to the organization. Okay. Maybe we can't do this while this is updating. Potentially. With two-way sync. Okay, let's see. I mean, this is still working. So potentially we have this, which isn't working as expected. But anyway, just by using a few prompts, I mean, did I just use, 3 prompts apparently. We got to this right here, and it's been like 20-ish minutes, so not too bad at all. Writing footer. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be working right now, so I'll try this once this finishes right here. All right, so this finished updating. Let's see what we got. So services, results, process, YSF, FAQ. Okay, Explorer services. So here we said, first of all, there was the webhook thing, right? And the trusted by, wanted to add the logos. Okay, great. So we have the placeholders. Awesome. We have this right here. So if I go here and look at executions, I should be able to submit john@john.com. John's, tell us what's keeping you up at night. I just can't sleep, man. Get my free business upgrade plan. Okay. Please try again or use the calendar link below. So that's not working well. All right. We didn't get anything here. No. Unless this requires post. Potentially settings. Let's have both. Let's save. Let's execute. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. We got the confirmation message. So I'm guessing we'll get the information here in a second. And yeah, that was a post request. So here, yeah, we got the information from Lovable. John's can't sleep, man. Okay, so here what we want to do is once we get the information, let's just fix this in quickly, is we want to, so copy to editor. It will be post. So let's remove the get. And Okay. Let's just leave it as is before removing that. Or not. Yeah. Apparently we need to send the information again. Do we not have that? So if I go to set, yeah, no data. Okay, cool. Let's save this. Let's go to executions. Let's submit once more. Okay. John at .com, dom. So now we should get the information here. Okay. Copy to editor. And here all I want is the information right here. So I have the name, we have the email, we have the company, we have the message. And that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do here is add an AI agent. And I'm going to say, you are a helpful assistant that receives information from a feedback, from a contact form on my AI automation website. Your job is to come up with a quick reply that I can send immediately to the person to let them know that I'll be in touch with them very, very soon. And that I just wanted to acknowledge that they sent me a message. Your job is to make the 2 to 3 sentence email that you create personalized based on what they said is keeping them up at night. Cool. Here I'm going to run this first of all. So I'll get the data right here, as you can see. And yeah, let's require a specific format in terms of output. So for this, let's use OpenAI. Let's go with 4.1. Let's add a memory. No, we don't need memory. For the output, actually, I mean, I don't really need an AI agent, but whatever. Yeah, let's use OpenAI. So OpenAI, let's message a model. We choose 4.1. And let's copy that system prompt from before. So here, that will be the system prompt. We'll add a message for the user where we'll say name, colon, email, colon. I mean, yeah, could have copied this, but let's do this. Expression. So here, name will be name. We have email. We have company. And we have the message. Clean this up. Okay, so that looks good. And that will be the user prompt. What I want here is to output as JSON. So what I need to do in the system message is to add information on how to output. I would like to output in JSON format using the following model. So all I want is subject, where subject goes here, and we have email body, where email body goes here. And that's pretty much it. Do not output backticks or backticks. The first output character should be that, and the last that. That's pretty much it. All right. And then let's just send the user an email. So let's send a message. 2 will be the email here. The subject will be, hey, John. And for John, what I want to do is change this to uppercase, to, what's it called, sentence case. So, hey, John, got your query. And just need to close that. So then we get, hey, John, got your query. There I have an extra space. Actually, no, I mean, yeah. This will be, my bad, because here we're going to use OpenAI to deliver the subject, right? We said output, yeah, the subject and the email body. So let's just run this one once. Let's unpin the data and let's just say that the message is, I would like to know more about the AI services that you offer. And the company is Jones Company. Yeah, Jones. Save. Let's unpin. Let's test. Let's see what we get here. So now we got here. Thank you for reaching out about our AI services. Hi John, thanks for contacting us. Appreciate your interest in learning more about the AI services we offer. I'll be in touch with you very soon to discuss how we can help Jones Company. Looking forward to connecting. Okay, cool. So we drag the subject, we drag the email body, which can be, let's just leave it as plain text. And this is pretty annoying. Can be text, yeah. Hit test tab, and now we should get an email based on that. Actually, no, we shouldn't. Simply because we didn't provide the right email. Yeah, john@omnia.com is not my email. So let's go here. Let's change this to my email. Hit save, and let's run this from start to finish. Okay, cool. So that's completed successfully, and if I go to my Gmail, we'll get this right here. John, thank you for your message. Appreciate your interest in learning more about the service we offer. Okay, cool. Just need to remove that, what's it called? Attribution. So turn that off there. All right, sweet. So that's working as expected. Now, what else do we have in terms of this? Okay, so ready for more money. Okay, so let's remove the phone number and all that. We also said, let's create the footer pages, right? So here, privacy policy, great. It goes there. Let's update it 12 May, great. We have terms of services, okay? And we have cookie policy. So these are going to do different pages, as you can see here, which is awesome. Okay, we have a full contact us page as well. Map will be displayed here. Okay. Case studies. Okay, okay, nice. Sweet. So I think I'm just going to stop this video here. Or, because this could be part 1, right? And then I just keep going with this. Yeah, let me just update this. What I'm going to do for the last part of this before I stop the video is actually upload to GitHub. So connect GitHub again. Let's transfer the project. Let's see what we got here. Okay, sweet. So I don't know if this actually allows you to choose the project or just creates its own. Potentially, it seems to have created its own type workflow, yeah, velocity, website, whatever that means. Yeah, so it didn't give me the option. It just created its own repository, which is, I mean, fine. So what I'm going to do in GitHub is just delete the repository that I created. I have read, confirm deletion, delete. Great. So now I have all my files of the site right here with the information, etc. So that's pretty good. This also means that if I go to something like Netlify, I guess I can import from GitHub here. So here, if I give this permission, let's see, this is authorized. And now I'll just choose the repository in question. So if I go to my repository, let's deploy your project. Okay, great. Can give the site a name. Okay. Branch to deploy. Let's go main. Yep. Deploy site. Deploying your site. Great. So here what I'm thinking is that any changes we make to Lovable and then we upload to GitHub will get reflected right here. So the chain reaction should follow sort of each other. And here in Lovable, it's also interesting that, yeah, I just used 3 credits right there, which is pretty good. And yeah, what I'll keep doing over the next videos is just keep adding more and more to this. So you'll see how I go from the start, which I did today, and then have the final product that I'll eventually use to replace the site I have at the moment. So here, okay, deploy successful, view site deploy, open production deploy. Okay, type workflow.netlify.app. Great. So that, great. Nice. What I'm curious about is if I go to GitHub, right? Let's go to public. No. Let's go to, where would our home page be? Index.html maybe? Nope. Source index. Comp pages, I guess. Yep, about. Great. So let's go to index. Let's go to about. So here we have, we're on a mission to make powerful AI tools accessible to, instead of growing, I want to change to all businesses, for example. And that was the about, right? We're on a about.tsx. Was founded in 2018. So where is that? Services, process, why us? About us. No? Case studies, blog. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out in terms of where this is coming from. But yeah, I'll test this out in terms of if I make any changes to GitHub, would that affect the Netlify update or the Netlify version? And would that show in the URL or the website right here? I'm just curious about that. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Don't want to keep going forever. Let me know what you think so far. If you have any suggestions on how to make this better, do let me know. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.